Hey guys, so today let's talk about the boAt Stone 1200F, this one right here, and my old and trustworthy boAt Stone 1200. Now obviously you have already seen many reviews and probably comparisons of these out there on YouTube already, so I'm sure you know pretty much everything, but still I'm going to do my bit and I'm going to tell you that you should not buy the boAt Stone 1200F unless, and I'm going to get to that. So first things first, if you do enjoy watching this video, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to PureCast 9. And after watching this review, if you do decide to buy either of these speakers, kindly do so using the links given in the description below to make your purchase. Not going to cost you anything extra, but you will be helping me run this channel and produce more such entertaining, high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Okay, so there is actually no point comparing these two like I usually do on my ultimate comparisons, because let me just tell you, this is the boAt Stone 1200F. So many people went really crazy over this speaker because something really new from boAt Stone 1200F. Did you wonder what the F stands for? So I directly spoke to a person who works at boAt, and the F in boAt Stone 1200F stands for Flipkart. That's it. It just stands for Flipkart, nothing else. So I specifically asked him, what are the differences? Is there any difference in terms of the driver, in terms of features? What is different? And he said, no difference, just that because it's going to be a Flipkart exclusive, so it's going to have the F at the end, boAt Stone 1200F, and it's going to have a new getup. So I obviously love the new color combination they have here. This gray and yellow looks really trendy and really nice, much better than the much more bland right now in comparison to the original boAt Stone 1200. But that is it. So if you are already an owner of the boAt Stone 1200, there is absolutely no reason for you to get the boAt Stone 1200F. There is no difference. Unless, of course, you're itching to spend some money and you want to get something that looks better than the previous gen, got subtle differences in terms of design, which I will show you. And one thing is that both of these, because they are the exact same model with a new getup, that is all. So the true wireless stereo does work, and I've tested that, and that is awesome. So when you pair these two and listen to whatever songs you do, the experience is amazing, because these are 14 watt speakers, so together you get 28 watts, but the amplitude, because you get two bass radiators, so 2 into 2, that's 4 bass radiators in total, pumping out that bass. You got the speaker driver units inside, pumping out the highs and the mids. So together with true wireless stereo, these are amazing. But for that, you don't need to buy a boAt Stone 1200 and a 1200F. You could buy two boAt Stone 1200s, or you could buy two boAt Stone 1200Fs. If, like me, I bought this, so I can pair these and have my true wireless stereo experience. But if you want to keep a uniform look, you can buy two of these or two of these, or you can mix and match. So just telling you, these are compatible in terms of true wireless stereo. So there are a few subtle differences in terms of the design. So first, let's take a look at the original boAt. So as you can see that in the original boAt Stone 1200, it had the boAt logo everywhere. So starting from the power button, it has the boAt logo. The buttons are different in this rubber belt here. As you can see in the original one, this is how it is in the original one. And even in the radiators, it's the boAt logo. And down here, these pads, you have these long strips. And at the back, where you have the ports, so you have the text here with USB and aux, and it's the same ports inside. So now let's take a look at the new model. Over here, as you can see, it is the boAt, the brand name here, not the logo. And the buttons have a different feel compared to the old one. And over here, like I said, you have the name of the brand, not the logo. At the bottom, the rubber strips over here, you got now rubber pads, circular ones, which feel a bit more robust, I would say. And at the back, you've got no more text here, and you've got the same ports like in the original one. And of course, you have the LEDs packed inside, exact same. So now I'm going to pair these right now to my phone, and we're going to do a sound test. I'm not going to do the usual different camera setup with the sound test. So my microphone is here. I will just probably change the orientation. The speaker driver units, which blast out the main sound, these are located in the front, in this area over here. So first, let me turn the original boAt Tone 1200 on. Now let's turn on the boAt Tone 1200. Don't interrupt me. Let's turn on the boAt Tone 1200F. All right, so I hope you can see that I'm paired to both the boAt Tone 1200 and the 1200F. So let's do a sound test. Let me see if it's at max volume on both. So 1200F, max volume, and the 1200. Okay, both at max volume. Okay, so I decided to place them vertically, so it's easier for me to place it and frame it in the camera. And I'm going to place the microphone at the center. And now I'm going to give you the sound test. First, I'm going to play from the boAt Tone 1200 and then from the 1200F. And then I'm going to do the true wireless stereo pairing and give you the effect of the truly wireless stereo that these two produce. So let's begin. All right, so that was the same track playing at max volume, alternating between these two speakers that you just heard. There was a very faint difference that I just realized right now, and that is the mid frequencies or the vocals sounded just a tad bit sharper on the boAt Tone 1200 than on the boAt Tone 1200F. And personally, I would pick that because listening to these side by side, I just realized that you would miss out on a bit of the clarity of the vocals on the boAt Tone 1200F. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because this is a new unit and I've heard the boAt Tone 1200 for so many months now. So maybe the drivers have been used and they are performing to their potential, whereas this is fairly new. So I don't know if that is a factor, but that's what I realized. I mean, otherwise, the bass, the highs, they're just identical. It's just the mid frequencies where I felt that the vocals were a bit more pronounced on the boAt Tone 1200. As for the sound, like I mentioned in my original review of the boAt Tone 1200, I love the sound of the boAt Tone 1200. I love it. The bass is so good. The highs, the mid, it's like a very well-tuned speaker. The drivers are very nice and the bass is really enjoyable. So I love it. Now what we're going to do is, again, I'm going to change the orientation. I'm going to set them straight like I was. I'm going to turn on true wireless stereo, pair these two. They're going to be playing at max volume and you'll get an idea of the sheer power that true wireless stereo can produce, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let me just change the setup and let's get to the second round of the sound test. All right, so now I'm guessing both of them are paired. As you can see, in the true wireless stereo button, it lights up over here on the boAt 1200 and on the 1200F as well. You can't see it because of the light, but it is actually turned on. So true wireless stereo is ready. And now let me play the same track again to give you an idea. Okay, that was amazing. So true wireless stereo is just amazing. So I'm just going to play one more track so you guys enjoy that, because it just sounds amazing when you pair these two. And the bass, wow. All right, so one more track. All right, guys. So that was the true wireless stereo sound test. It was so good. I had to play two tracks and it was really good. So that is my verdict. So if you already own a boAt 1200, you can just buy another boAt 1200. It'll work just fine. If it's the first speaker you're investing in the 1200 series, then obviously you can even go for the 1200F. It just looks a bit more trendy, but the sound is almost identical. But the only thing I noticed was that the mid frequencies of the vocals were just a tad bit sharper on the original boAt 1200. So if you already own one and you're not looking for another speaker and you're not interested in true wireless stereo, then just stick to your boAt 1200. You don't need to buy the boAt 1200F. So if you have enjoyed this video, it was a long one, please smash that like button and subscribe to PRcast 9 if you haven't already. And if you decide to pick up any of these, please use the links given of these speakers in the description below to make your purchase. It won't cost you anything extra, but you guys will be helping me run this channel and produce more such entertaining, helpful, and high quality content just for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Cheers.